Yesterday was October 18th, 2025, and my wife and I went back to the Menards in Evendale, Ohio. I knew that they would have their trains set up for the fall to get ready for the Christmas rush, and I wanted to check it out. This Texaco oil pump was the first new item to catch my eye. At $39.99, it's not too bad. And then you still have the 11% rebate that Menards is offering right now. Mostly, though, the aisles were filled with items that had been out for years, like the FedEx loading dock, and then also they still had Schneider's docks here too. This was plugged in, the lighting still looks good, but for some reason the forklift was not moving in and out of the door. I don't know if there's a separate on-off switch for that, or maybe it was just broken. The Union Station loading platform for passengers was something that I've never seen before. It looks pretty good. The colors are a little bit bright on the people's clothing, but I do like the lighting, even though it's kind of that obnoxious white LED light instead of a warmer, glowing light. That's what I would like to see more of. But I do admire the ironwork of the trusses holding up the clear glass roof. That's nice. You would still be able to see your passenger cars or trains going through this loading platform. And I bet you could even string 2 or 3 or 4 of these together if you had a very long passenger train to load up. As far as new things go, I've never seen Sooty's mine shaft before. It looks like they dig for coal, and the characters have the coal mining headgear on as well as the breathers attached to their belts in the back. It looks okay. It's plugged in, but I don't know if the wheel is working or not. It should be spinning according to the front of the box. I like the steps, the stairs, but I'm not a fan of the brick below. With the quality of printing nowadays, I think they could have done a much better job of making the two-dimensional printed brick pattern look more realistic. Grandpa Jack's Hobby Shop is another one that's been around a long time. It's definitely not new this year. Even though most of these boxes say limited editions, there seem to be plenty of them. This billboard is something that kind of caught my eye. I like the idea of making my own decals for the billboard above. I just don't know if there's a place for it on my layout. Another set of buildings that was new to me would be the Main Street series building number 1. Since Menards is calling this collection of 3 storefronts building number 1, I think it's pretty safe to say that there will be more to come. The details here are pretty good, and the buildings themselves are not very deep, so this wouldn't take up too much room on your layout. Again, though, I'm bothered by the primary colors used on the characters on the street. The yellow hair is just not too realistic, and the clothing is also too bright. I do like the lamppost, though. I think that's a nice touch, and this one says that it comes with 2. The bookstore, some other business that's opening soon, and then the pink candy shop on the far end all look pretty good. I'm not really a fan, though, of cars, American cars, from the 1950s. And the problem that I would have with this model is that most of my cars on my layout are 1/43rd scale. So my cars and trucks are just a little bit bigger than they should be with O-gauge equipment. This truck and this car are actually the correct proportions, 1/48th scale vehicles. So this is the size that they should be to go with the Menards trains. My guess would be that Menards makes these cars from that time period, the 1950s, because a lot of Lionel's classic trains were also from that era. It might be time, though, for Menards to think about updating some of their vehicles. I'm just not sure that many people that are getting into the hobby now, the younger people, care too much about cars from 70 years ago. A few weeks ago, this entire aisle was devoted to pool toys and chlorine and summer stuff. I was a little disappointed yesterday because these shelves were kind of empty. At least they were not fully stocked. Now, I don't know if that means that there was a big rush on these trains as soon as they came out, or if it means that there are more to come. I'm not quite sure. On the bottom shelf are a few more buildings that Menards has been offering for several years now. They also have a few complete train sets. $249 still seems like a lot to me for one locomotive, two cars, some track, and the remote. But with the 11% rebate, I guess you still get about $25 off of that. A few more buildings, one that's even on clearance. And then I saw this. It's another train set called the Dino Express. It's also $249, and my guess would be that the powered locomotive uses the same base as the other set. This seems directed at an audience that's maybe between 4 and 7 years old, and if it does get them interested in trains, that would be a good thing. But I think most kids would grow out of this pretty quickly. Just about everything else that I saw here at the Evendale Menards yesterday seemed to be holdovers from previous train seasons. It's possible that Menards will be putting out more new trains in this aisle, but for now, I was a little disappointed. There is, however, another Menards just a little bit north of me, and maybe I will check that one out next week. So until next time, this has been Bob's Workshop. Take care.